Hello, y'all. My name is Andrew. Today, what I be speaking about is how for y'all to overcome poverty. Now, poverty is a condition, which is people who don't have enough money to properly support themselves because of a lack of timing on their paycheck. Number one, people get paid every 2 weeks. Number one. Number two, people don't own their house. They don't own their apartment. Therefore, they have a landlord who collects money from them every month. Now, the sad part about this is that the economy and how much jobs pay people. Now, for an average person who went to school, graduated, got themselves a job, a decent job, make about like $20,000 every year, including the income tax check included with it. But if you add it all up, if rent is $2,000 with change, because a person have a 4-bedroom apartment, or have a 3-bedroom apartment, or have a house, and it's $2,000 and $500 including, and the people gotta pay, and the people gotta buy food for the house every week. They gotta have money for transportation. They gotta wash clothes. Now, the point that I'm trying to get to is that just because a person is living in poverty doesn't mean they have to remain poor. There is a glitch in the system, what I realize. What the people in poverty can use as their advantage. This glitch is simple. If a person is living by their own, don't buy themselves a 2-bedroom apartment. Don't buy themselves a 3-bedroom apartment. Don't buy themselves a 4-bedroom apartment. Buy themselves a 1-bedroom apartment. Number one. Number two, if a person do not have at least $50,000 stored up in the bank for putting at least like $100 up, from every paycheck, and taking most of their income tax money and putting it in the bank every year, and the person income tax check is usually $7,000 or $4,000. Now, if you take most of that money and put it in the bank every year, keep doing it for about like maybe 10 years. Keep taking your income tax check money and keep sewing it up for about like 10 years. Keep taking $100 out of your check and put it in the bank every year for every year. in every paycheck, a person should a person should eventually a person should eventually reach up to $30,000 or $20,000 eventually after 10 years have passed, after saving up a tremendous amount of money. That's just a few of the glitches. That's part of a whole glitch. Now, another now I wonder now another step of this glitch is simple. Don't have no children. Please don't have no children. If you can't properly support your own self, y'all have no business having no children yet. Y'all have no business having no children yet, because y'all want to make that child grow up in misery. It's okay for a child to live a hard lifestyle, because it equals to discipline. But when a child is living a chaotic lifestyle, that's a huge difference from living a hard lifestyle and living an unstable lifestyle. A chaotic lifestyle deals with violence, alcoholism, drug use, domestic violence, and much more, in a terrible community. Now, let me get back to one of the steps of this glitch. Now, what y'all want to do is get yourself a woman or get yourself a man who have themselves a job, because it would make the process go a lot more faster of y'all getting out of property. It would make the process go a lot more faster. So what y'all want to do is get yourself a man or a husband who have themselves a decent job. A decent job is any job that they got, that they earn money the right way. But being a doctor that aborts babies is not a decent job. It's an awful job. So what y'all want to do is get yourself a man or a woman to be your lover who have a decent job. And y'all want to move in a 1-bedroom apartment. And you want to take both of your paychecks and add it up together every 2 weeks and put $200 in a safe together for every paycheck. And for every income tax check, you want to take most of your money and put it in the same bank. And keep doing this for about like 10 years or 20 years. And eventually y'all gonna reach about $20,000 or $30,000. But the only bad parts about this is that you can't brag about it. You can't even tell your own family members about it, because they're going to expect you to give them some money when they already have enough to take care of themselves like they have been doing. It may not be properly, but they have been surviving that way ever since. That's number one. You don't want to tell your family members and friends how much money you have stored up in a safe in a bank, because that will keep you in property by you keep on giving them money. Number two, when times get extremely difficult, when you just want to take a break because you're tired of doing the same thing, you shouldn't dig in that bank. You should leave that money alone and get yourself a second job. Get yourself a second job which you could just sit down and be like a security guard or work at a computer typing. Nothing with pro manual labor such as construction, working, or working in a warehouse. But I want to say, y'all, once y'all reach about like $20,000 or $30,000, what y'all want to do is want to open up your own store or open up your own hair salon if you're a female, or open up your own barber shop, or you want to open up your own liquor store, or open up your own gun store, or open up your own restaurant, or open up your own club. But first you gotta go and get a few papers in order for y'all to open up stores or clubs or restaurants. And y'all may have to take a few classes, but it'd be well worth it because y'all will start generating more money. And y'all won't have to work as hard as y'all used to. Y'all will have others working for y'all. Now, if y'all a couple, y'all could do this. If you know you could trust your lover, that your lover wouldn't betray you in such a backstabbing way of taking the restaurant or business away from you after 10 years or more working hard just to come out of property. If you know your lover won't betray you like that, then it's okay. And if you know your lover is not adulterous or is not trying to kill you and take your life insurance in the business, or not trying to take the business away and sue you, it's okay for y'all to do this with your partner, to open up your own business and escape out of property. But y'all don't want to have no children yet. Not until y'all open up your own business and y'all have others working under y'all, which y'all could generate a lot more money. Then it's okay for y'all to have children. And y'all should have a child every 12 years. Y'all shouldn't have a child every 3 years or every 2 years. Because you're putting heavy burdens on yourselves. And if you have yourself a partner, you should always use a condom. Just in case if semen accidentally gets out. A child's always a blessing depending on who the parents are. Also, I want to say this, y'all. If y'all single and y'all not interested in getting with no one, but just becoming stable financially, then get yourself a lover. Y'all should get yourself a 1-bedroom apartment. Get yourself a decent job. And take most of your income tax money and store it up every year. and take $100 out of every paycheck and put it up every 2 weeks. But that just don't stop there. Y'all should also y'all should also not have no one living with y'all. Y'all should live by yourselves, because things will be a lot more easier. You don't want to have to take care of another person and that person have nothing to offer or place on the table and not trying to get a job, not trying to work. And they could get themselves a job, but they refuse to get one. So you're better off living alone by yourselves. It would make the process move a lot more faster. And after 10 years have passed, or 20 years, after 10 years have passed, y'all should have at least about like $20,000 or $30,000. And y'all could go to certain places, get papers to open up certain businesses, barbershops, clubs, restaurants, so on, and take a few classes. And also want to say too, right, that when y'all doing this, y'all want to make sure that y'all socialize with others, so y'all don't become antisocial by becoming a workaholic. So y'all want to spend time with your family members and friends and introduce yourself to new people, so y'all have a better chance of getting a lover when y'all get ready. And this is just one of the glitches here in the system, how people can escape out of poverty. But lucky for y'all, if you're single, y'all could get yourself 2 jobs. Having 2 jobs would make the process move a lot more faster. Now, if y'all work 12 hours every day, and then on Sundays, y'all take a break off and work at another job, which I get paid at least maybe $120 at an offer book job. At an offer book job, y'all get paid $128 at an offer book job. And one day, y'all could work on Sunday doing that. Y'all could take at least some of that money and save it up in the safe. Just make sure y'all doing the right thing when y'all working off the book job. And what I want to also warn y'all is about buying fancy items such as furniture, fancy bags, and much more. Y'all don't need that. All that's just for show. Y'all need yourself something simple. Something that could get you back from home to work. A proper transportation. A proper vehicle that works. You want to make sure that your place look decent. So you want to have decent furniture, but something that don't cost expensive. Not fancy, son. That's normal. That don't cost too much. That don't cost a lot at all. And you want to live at the same place for at least about like 10 years or 20 years. But it should take about 10 years for y'all to reach up to $20,000 or $30,000. But it still won't be enough if you have $20,000 or $30,000. Because y'all still got to go to certain places to get papers, to take certain classes. So you at least got to have about like $5,000 plus. So y'all could get certain certificates and take certain classes to open up your businesses. Now, this is just one of the ways how people can escape out of poverty. This is just one of the ways. And this is just one of the ways people could escape out of poverty. And once y'all open up your own businesses, y'all should be able to generate at least about like maybe $1,000 every week at a soul food restaurant, or maybe over $1,000. Y'all should be able to generate over 1 week or within 1 week. And basically, that rent money that you was collecting from your job, it will make it look like nothing in a sensible way. Because y'all just got a promotion financially. This is how you'll defeat poverty, one of the ways. And don't be ashamed to take food stamps. It's okay to take food stamps. But if the food stamps gonna cut down your money financially, cut it down from your paycheck, then y'all shouldn't get it. And for y'all to take care of business, y'all should take care of your chores first. Y'all should take care of important things first, such as buying food for the house, washing clothes, having money for transportation, having money for lunch at your work, having breakfast. What y'all want to do is take money from your paycheck and divide it and put your money in different envelopes and take a pen and write down this certain amount of cash goes to washing clothes. This certain amount of cash goes to food shopping. This certain amount of cash goes to transportation. This certain amount of cash, it goes to lunch at work. This is what y'all want to do in order for y'all to escape out of poverty. This is your friend. Later, y'all.